It seems in Ephesians chapter 6, as he is talking about our battle against the rulers and authorities in the heavenly places, and that our ability to stand firm against the schemes of the devil, there's a couple of things that he wants us to get. Number one, he wants us to recognize and admit that our battle is not against flesh and blood, that there's something bigger going on. And it goes all the way back to Genesis 3:15, when God said to Adam and Eve, I'm going to send my son to crush the skull of Satan. That literally set the stage for a battle that has been going on for thousands and thousands of years. You and I, as members of the church, those that have trusted Christ for our salvation, are now a part of this battle. Paul wants you to get that you are now engaged in a battle that has been going on for thousands of years, as God in Christ, through his church, is seeking to make sure that the gates of hell don't prevail against his church, in order that he may crush the skull of the enemy and cast him into utter darkness. So we need to learn to stand firm that we are fighting that battle in the name of Christ through the power of the Spirit today. He also wants you to understand in this passage, you don't have the resources in and of yourself to win this battle. In and of yourself, you will lose. And so the next thing that he asks us to put on is he asks us to put on our helmet of salvation. What does that mean? That I know that my salvation is secured not in deeds that I've done, but in the finished work of Christ. And since Christ has secured my salvation, that I can be confident that the one who began the work in me is going to complete the work in me. That I can be confident that nothing can separate me from God. Why? Because Christ by his blood has secured me. In Romans chapter 8, verses 37 and 38, it says, in all these things we are more than conquerors. For we are sure that neither death nor life, nor angels nor rulers, nor things present nor things to come, nor powers, nor heights, nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God in Christ Jesus. Listen, nothing can separate you from God. Satan wants you to think that your bad deeds can separate you from God, that your skipping of church can separate you from God, that your lack of prayer over the past few weeks can separate you from God, so that you must not be a child of God. If you have trusted God for your salvation, if you have trusted Christ for your deliverance, you're a believer. Nothing can separate you. Don't fall prey to the schemes of the enemy. Stand firm for the glory of God.